If spouses practice this emotional intelligence, both on each other and on the children, then the impact won't be that negative on the children when they grow up in decision making and in trust. Most parents think gift is what the children need. So they go to work and work and work and work and work and work and buy them gift, toy, and that physical presence is not there. Advise yourself, mothers and fathers. Just advise myself as if I can't change the way things are in the house. Let me just change myself. And the change was just to be quiet and do what you can do and bring the tone down.
Hi everyone, welcome to Wisdom for Exploit. I am your host, Bola Amore. Today we're focusing on how does the quality of bonding at home shape a teen's confidence, relationship, and decision-making outside. Before the world ever tells a teens who they are, their homes already has. The words spoken at home, the silence, the love, and the conflict, all of it becomes part of how teens see themselves and the choices they make outside. Today's discussion centers on how the home environment affects a teenager's entire life, influencing their self-assurance, social connection, and choices. If you are a parent, a teenager, or someone still healing from childhood, this conversation is for you. Today, I have an amazing guest with me. She is a pastor, a PhD holder, a senior lecturer in one of the UK universities. Before I introduce my guest in details, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you. Dr. Mrs. Chinere Okerienta, fondly called Chini. She is a woman whose life tells a story of courage, purpose, and impact. Earning her first degree at 45 and completing a PhD on cancer survivorship, support among Black Africans and Caribbean community. She has turned challenges into platform for change. Founder of African and Caribbean Cancer Support, ACCS, and CESO Consulting Limited. Dr. Chinere empowers communities as a leader, mentor, speaker, performance, and coach. Beyond her many roles, she treasures her family as a devoted wife to Dr. Samuel Okerienta and a loving mother of 3 wonderful children. Welcome to this talk show, Ma. How are you faring?
Thank you, Bola. I'm very, very fine. God bless you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, Ma. You're welcome, Ma. So as I said, today's focus is on how does the quality of bonding at home shape a teen's confidence, relationship, and decision-making outside. So before we dig into our conversation today, Ma, what motivated you, doctor, to pursue a career path in nursing and progressing to the level of senior lecturer and a professor in a school and a nursing advanced practice at a UK university?
Oh, thank you for that question. So, what actually made me to become a nurse is how nurses treated me when I was 3 years old. And I was taken to the dispensary then. And I loved them. And then I would also do see them in their whites with colored belts and the cap. And I was like, oh, I want to be a nurse. You know, that's caring attitude that they displayed at the age of 3 to me. I just said I was going to be a nurse, and that kicked in. I've always wanted to be a nurse growing up. Then secondary school, I was like, okay, do nurses go to university? Did they get degrees? So when career counselors came to our secondary school and we queued up, you know, and then you go, they talk with you. So when I came to them, it's only one question I asked them. I said, I want to be a nurse. Do nurses get a degree to PhD? They said yes. I said, oh, thank you. They were like, is that just the I said yes. So that stuck in my head. However, while in that secondary school, I was thinking at the age of 28, I should have finished my PhD. But lo and behold, I never even had a degree till I was 45.
Wow.
Yeah. So you were asking how I got to where I am today. Yeah. So I became a nurse, qualified 1988, became a midwife 1990, and I was practicing back in my country, home country. I later joined the oil company, was working in the oil company hospital for 20 years plus as a nurse before I came. That's I practiced nursing for 20 years plus before I came to the UK. No UK, you start from beginning. So I started from beginning. And when I finally got into NHS, I found out that for black nurses in the north of England, that promotion up there wasn't there. And I'm not that kind of person that is stagnated. However, I told myself that when I travel abroad, I will pursue my education. Yeah. My colleagues were doing their part-time and all that. I said, no, I can't manage this. When I know I will definitely travel abroad. And when I travel abroad, I will do work and do school, So I now trained myself. While I was still working full-time, I was having time to do my top-up to my BSc. And that was that first degree at 45. So after that, I went to do my master's in public health, leadership management and leadership. I was paying my fees. Because if you wait for NHS, from my own understanding, I won't get to where I want to be. It will take time. And looking at things going on, if I can't grow up that way, let me expand. That was what I did. I can't grow up to be world sister, manager, veteran. Then let me do something for myself to grow. That's how I got to where I am today. I did my PhD, paid my school fees in the UK, working in NHS, trained myself. So one thing was knowing what you are and who you are, and then how my family also shaped me, because they are also educators. They were teachers in primary school, in secondary school. That's we grew up like that. So, and even at that age, they were still going to college of education and things like that. So I think, and everybody in the house was to go to university, kind of. Yeah, maybe we'll come into that, how modeling what you want your child to be, kind of growing up, modeling it to them to see. Yeah, they were not lazy when it comes to academics, and they were not lazy when it comes to white collar job, and they were not lazy when it comes to farming and other things in the community. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, ma'am. And thank you for honoring this call. I really appreciate that. So today we're going to focus on home, how it shaped our teenagers, just the short form. So my first question is that how does conflict within a family impact a teenager's capacity for trust?
Okay. Before I go into that, I would like to lay a foundation to that question. And the foundation I always lay is in a home that have children. First and foremost, I don't know, my religion, I'm a Christian, like you introduced me before as a pastor. And the Bible I read, the Holy Scripture I read, some people call it the Holy Book. In Psalms 127, verse 3, that place tells us that these children are divine gifts from God. They are our reward. Say the fruit of the womb is a reward. It's our heritage. It's a treasure. So that's where it starts from. Cherishing the children in our homes as treasure. So if you have a treasure, would you want that treasure to see conflict?
Mm.
Will you want that treasure to lose trust and hope in you?
Mm.
No. So having that treasure as a heritage God has given you to protect, you begin to ask yourself, if I have this conflict with my spouse, how will it affect the children?
Mm.
How will it affect the next person? And that's where emotional intelligence comes in. Emotional intelligence is all about you recognizing that something is wrong with you. You are not
Mm.
happy. And then assessing yourself. How will I react to this? And the way I react to it, what impact will it give to another person? So when they say count 1 to 10, it's you. That 1 to 10 is giving you space to analyze what you're feeling at that time. I'm bringing this emotional intelligence into play in this discussion because if spouses practice this emotional intelligence, both on each other and on the children,
Mm.
then the impact won't be that negative on the children when they grow up in decision making and in
True.
trust.
True.
Trust is very important in the home. So if the children growing up before they become teenagers, they see you and mom, you're always quarreling, arguing, using abusive words on each other,
Mm.
they won't grow up to trust people. They will
Mm.
think that's how adults are. And even when they go to school, to even have that trust on their teacher will be difficult because in their own head, they think that's how adults are. And they
Mm.
grow up into teenage and continue what they learned from home.
Mm. Wonderful. That's a good one. That's a good one. So the second question is, what impact does a parent's emotional connection more than just presence and how on teens' decision?
If I understand your question, the question is the connection I have with my child,
Mm.
how does it impact on the decisions they make,
Yeah.
even when I'm not there?
Yeah.
Okay. One problem I noticed is most parents think gift is what the children need. So they go to work and work and work and work and work and work and buy them gift, toy, 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 and that physical presence is not there.
Mm.
Then even when the physical presence is there, that emotional connection is not there. That particular time you sit down to ask your child, how was it today at school? You see, when teachers give them homework and say parents help them, they are not just asking you to help them do that homework. It's a
Mm.
psychological thing. They know that when you want to sit down and do homework with your child, there's no
Yeah.
way you will not communicate. There's no way you people will not, ask question. And that connection is there. So it's not just about the homework. So
Yes.
be present. oh, I'm providing for you. I'm paying the bills. It's not. It doesn't all that, go down with children upbringing.
Mm.
To sit down and listen to them, help them. Mostly we are talking about teens now.
Yeah.
And things are from 13 to 18,
Yeah.
even to 19. So the
Yeah.
way we handle things at 13 is different from the way we handle them like from 17, 18, 19. But
Okay.
the issue now is most parents don't grow with their children.
Mm.
They see their children still as that child they have. So if they grow with the children and change patterns with the children, know that at a point they have emotion.
Mm.
They can express their emotion in different ways.
Yeah.
So connecting with them, speaking their language at home, playing with them, happy like I remember one time my children, and we were saying something in the kitchen and I was farm, and my son was, Mom, you're saying farm. I said, is it not what you talk with your sister? And
Mm.
I said, what is that farm? Self? They said it's family,
Oh. Mm.
So when you say her, at times we say hey bro, that kind of thing. Or others are slang that are not illegal or like not swearing, just come to their level and parley with them. Let me use that word. Just parley with them. That's the emotional connection I'm talking about. Knowing what is wrong, what they are passing through, knowing what is out there with them. Give them, make them feel that comfort to discuss something with you. I know that it's not everything they might want to discuss with you, but then ask. At times you don't ask, you just assume they don't want to talk. So I don't know if I'm answering your question.
Yeah, you're answering, but there's a question coming to my mind now.
Okay.
So just yes, it's good to show emotional concern, connection with our children, and be there for them. Not only gift, or maybe you're a workaholic parent, and I know some parents in this part of this world is that the husband will do morning, the wife will do night, and they are not, both of them are not there for the children, which is a bit not too nice. I remember when we were growing up, our parents were always there in the evening for us to sit down, to tell us story. But the question I want to ask you, doctor, is that let's say a parent now, for example, that grow up from a family, and that family is that they are not bond already from their own part. They are not bond. Maybe the father is not there, or the father see them once a while. So what advice can you tell that kind of a parent? Now this parent is not a parent now, grown up, become a parent. So what advice do you tell to that parent that, okay, this connection is very important? You understand, if you want your teens, to be a good one out there when they get to the society, because majority have a baggages coming from their own background. So what advice will you give to them? And they are not used to all these connections, sitting together as a family, telling story, eating together. How do we talk about this to somebody coming from a background that they are so separated?
Um, it's a huge thing because we can't just wait till they are teenagers before we start talking with them, discussing with them, saying things with them. We can't just wait. It starts from childhood. What I see now, the trend now is technology bringing up our children for us. A child is less than 1 year, you've already bought phone or laptop or something at their age, and they're always on that thing, playing the game, doing this, doing that. That's the connection the child is having. So if you wait till the child is a teenage and you want to connect, then you've lost it already. That's one thing I would tell people. But if your child is that teenage now, how you maybe the child was not connected with you growing up, then you have to make every effort. Number one, I would say nagging them too much will not help. Lecturing them too much will not help. Questioning every move. Yes, it's good to question, but the way you question it in an interrogative way is not too good. Like for me, I know that teenagers are smart.
Very smart.
Sometimes they want to play that smartness on their parents. And they know what you will accept and what you will not accept. But there is a way as a parent you can tease out that thing they are not trying to say. But if we are like, where are you coming from now? You're always coming back late. Where are you coming from now? Something like that. You've already shushed that teenage. Maybe the teenage is coming home with a burden that he wants to tell you. Yes, the teenage is late. So let's allow them to grow. Let's give them opportunity, a little opportunity to make mistake. Okay? But not a mistake that is too detrimental. For example, they need to say, I'm supposed to come home so time, I'm running late. Either I missed my bus or something like that. They too have something to contribute to that relationship. They too has to contribute something to making their parents bond with them. And not when the parents is trying to bond with them, they use cry. They start crying so that you don't continue the conversation. And another thing is our tone, especially we that are coming from our own side of the world. We are used to raising our voices, and it might be our natural tone, but the teenager might see it as they're always scolding. You're always scolding. So, like if the child comes in late now, you're like, did you miss your boss? How was it? Oh, thank God you're home. We bless God that you're home safely. Then we start from there. And it's like you're a bit late today. What happened? Did you miss your boss or something? Or what happened actually? Then we start from there. Then the person is just walking in, you're shouting, no, now. The person will not open up. The emotional bonding will not really be there. So one thing is give them that space to grow. Give them, when they say they don't want to talk, leave them alone. Don't continue pressing and pressing. And when they are ready to talk, they will get you to talk with you. Okay. Because they just need a home where they can feel themselves. Not a home where they feel policed.
Yeah, true. That's good. Thank you, ma. So what are the ways strong families bond safeguards teenagers from negative influence?
It's a lot, because I still say it starts from childhood. It starts from childhood. And I tell people, if you're going to work and your child is crying as a child, Mommy, I want to follow you. I want to follow you. Say, don't worry. I'm going to buy biscuits for you. I'm coming back. Or I'm just going to put something in the bin and coming back. If you train up that child with lying to that child will not know when you're saying the truth. And that impacts on them. That impacts on them. Because if they grow and feel that, it's okay to lie to somebody, and they make friends and start lying to their friends, and their friends find out that they're always lying, they won't have that trust on them. And then it now impacts on their decision making, because they want to feel among.
It's true.
And when they throw those negative things to them, because they want to be accepted, they join. You see where it starts from? You see how the thing ripples? Before you know it, they're already there, just to be accepted in the friends group. But not knowing that it's the little lie that the child was brought up with that has caused that. And then when we see it coming, instead of us to sit down with the child, the teenage, and know what is going on out there, we start blaming them. I don't know where you learned that from. But not knowing that you subtly taught that child that behavior. But if they come up with that confidence to say, Mommy says the right thing, Daddy says the right thing, they do what they say they are doing, and they get out there with their friends. I think that was the question.
Yeah. That's fine, man.
They go out there with their friend. They have that confidence in themselves that I know what I'm doing. And again, is shouting the child down. Anything the child says, you make the child feel that it's not right. Anything the child says is not right, it's not this, it's not, you're always doing this. When the child goes out, he wants approval from friends outside. And immediately they approve what they are doing, they feel that, they love them more than family at home. And they want to tilt towards them. They want to spend more time with them. They want to do what they are doing. They want to. So there is this video online that I played one time to my teenager. Everybody in the school was wearing a mask. You know, everybody. I don't know if you've come across it. Everybody was wearing mask. So everybody was looking the same. Nobody knew who was different. So this particular child decided to remove her mask. So dare be different. Just dare to be different. And everybody knew that we all can be the same. She was confident enough to remove her mask. And that happens too in the homes. We live double life. We live different life at home. We live different life out there. And we live different life when we're with the children, and we live different life when we're only with our adult spouses and stuff like that, which is not always good. So let the children grow with knowing that yes is yes, no is no. So that when they are out there, their friends can't just influence them anyhow. They are confident to say the family value. I think I will come back to family value. It's not all about gift. Yeah.
Okay, what about when a child comes from a well brought up home? This home we don't lie. I know some parents will tell when their friend is coming, tell my friend I'm not at home.
Exactly.
Those ones are not good. Because I know that is where you are going. So what is the example here? You say tell them
I'm sleeping.
tell them I'm sleeping.
Or I'm in a meeting.
I'm
Meanwhile, you're on the phone gossiping another person.
Exactly, and which is not good. So the daughter will now say, or the son will now say, my mommy said I should tell you
Exactly.
that I'm not the younger one. But what about a child that grows up in a well-mannered home? No lies, is a boundary. We don't say lie, we don't speak this, and at the end of the day, they went out there and they get influence. What about that?
It is possible. I read somewhere, I'm not endorsing it, I'm not too serious about it, but I read somewhere that when we adults grow, that all the things we learned from home to adult age, there is only 6% of it that influences our decision and our actions. So if that is true, that means the other 94% will be replaced by something they learned, maybe from the environment, from the school, from social media, from church, from anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I cannot, there's a proverb in my place. It says, I don't know about the child I'm carrying on my back. The one I know is the one in my tummy that I've not delivered. That's the one I can vouch for.
Wow.
Because it's inside. Because you might be passing somewhere, the one at your back will go and draw something. In the shop and draw something, and the shopkeeper is asking you. You said, no, my son cannot do that. My son, no. But you don't know that she did it or he did it. Like I do say, if your child is with you from 0 to 18 years, and you can't impact the child, it's not when the child has left your home that you can impact the child.
True.
Remember why that 0 to 18, they go to school, they come back. And we don't leave all the teaching to teachers. How many hours do they spend with teachers? They spend more time with us than the teachers. So what they learn from us should be that will keep them. Yeah, they might grow up, like start dressing the way you didn't bring them up. Because it's what is in the social media, it's what they are seeing there. They might grow up and maybe stop following you to the kind of religious activities you brought them up with. Persons they are finding themselves, they are laying foundation for themselves. That doesn't mean that you didn't bring them up in the right way. But where I frown at is when they start going into those vices, those juvenile delinquencies like alcohol, over drinking, drugs and stuff like that. Now I was talking about family value. Put in them the value of honesty,
Yeah.
the value of integrity, the value of obeying the law of the land, the value of respect, the value of valuing another person, esteeming another person better than themselves. When they grow with those values and they leave the house, those values work for them.
Yeah.
Those values give them confidence. So they will not be easily manipulated. When this child talks about integrity and somebody is coming to sell an idea that betrays that integrity, that teenager will not follow suit.
True.
So that's the way I see it.
True. That's a good one. Thank you, Mom.
And we parents should know that we can't control everything. We can't play God in their lives. We just bring them up, send them out, and hand them over to God. Continue praying for them. continue correcting the little one you know about, because not everything you will know about.
It's true. Thank you. Thank you for that. So we're going to go on with our questions. What are the signs that a teenager's action result from emotional trauma rather than their principles?
What is principle and what is emotional trauma? For example, principles are what more of the things they learn from home that help them build their own principle. They were not just born with that principle, that principle of I will not lie, the principle of I will not say, as simple as I will not go late to work, or I will not play truants at work. That's self-discipline. The principle of I won't let the peer pressure make me swear, move away from my belief, things like that. So emotional trauma is of different types. For example, I still talk about my upbringing, where we are coming from. Some parents will abuse their children verbally. You will amount to nothing.
Oh dear.
I will see what you will become.
Oh no.
Very stupid child. Very this, that. So that child grows with that state of mind.
Sure.
And that child is emotionally traumatized. Like, I can amount to nothing. My mother said it. My father says I'm rubbish, And when he grows up, it goes with him into teenage age. And the decision he believes is best is the one the friends are making, because they've already prophesied that nothingness, that not being worthy of anything on the child. So home environment, the word we speak helps the children emotionally. And again, if they have been emotionally traumatized outside and they come to the house to share the situation with you, and instead of listening to them and hearing them from their own side, listening through their own perspective, we listen through our emotion. We're not listening to the child, we're listening to our own emotion, how we feel hurt. Okay, let me give you this example I used to give. We are Christians. When Jesus was of age, they took him for to present him to the synagogue. Okay?
Yeah.
So they've been going every year, coming. And I learned that when he was 12, they went and they came. And the parents were going home because they felt he's big enough to start coming home by himself. Is it not?
Yeah.
They didn't look for him. Maybe they thought he has joined Uncle John to start coming home.
Yeah.
It was when they got home that they did see him that they realized that Mary and Joseph were like, Jesus is not here. Where is he? Then they went to the city to look for him. They left him in the synagogue. They didn't go straight to the synagogue to look for him. Did they go to the police? I don't know. Did they go to the town hall? I don't know. Because when they found him, they said, we've been looking for you for 3 years, 3 days. You understand what I mean? We've been looking for you for 3 days. This is in the Bible.
Yeah.
And say, look at what you have done to us. We have been looking to them. They didn't even ask, how are you? Have you eaten these 3 days? Have you eaten? Things like that. So
it's true.
Parents, we are like that.
Yeah.
Parents, we are like that. When something has happened to a child, we will not kind of like want to put ourselves in the shoes of that child. We want to judge the child already. But I've grown past that level. I've matured, I've personally matured to look at that child's psychology. Where I'm coming from, if you're moving with your child and your child falls, do you know what you will do? You beat the child. Didn't you see that? Why did you fall? Before you even pick the child up. But it's not that level now. The level I am now is the child has fallen, the child is in pain. Let me not add more to the child's pain. And again, we are brought up with that caning, they'll cane you. But I felt that, the Bible says the rod of correction, So it's not only the physical rod. When we say his rod and his staff comfort me, he's not using any physical rod on us. It's his word that is correcting us. So at times we don't need that physical caning, physical rod to correct a child. If the child had that confidence in you, only your word of mouth of encouraging the child will make him understand that that thing is not good. You know what I mean? You understand what I
Yeah.
mean? So at times we overdo it. And when you're angry with what the child has done, I start spanking the child and flogging the child and things like that, you are retaliating. That's not discipline. You're just retaliating because this child has made you angry. You want the child also to be angry. But when you calm down and get the child and negotiate with the child, I'm angry. Do you know why I was angry? Or even if I want to correct you with small thing, I will ask you how much. Why do you think I'm doing this? How do you want me to do it? You know.
Yeah.
So emotional trauma is of different levels. It could be the child lost a parent that he was very dear to. You know, children at times they tend to be close to their dad or to their mom, and maybe that one passed. So it's difficult for that child to heal from the loss of that one that is very close to. But it's not normal that a child should be close to only one parent. It's not normal. I'm not soliciting for that. So every parent should try and make sure that a child is close to both of you. We are talking about teens. We are talking about teens now. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's thing that grows to adults, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I know it's true that trauma comes in different, because some things as well, maybe their parents allow some people to come to their home, and those people now molest them.
More or less them. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Mm.
as you said, the emotional trauma is a broad something,
It's a broad
because it
one. Yeah.
depends on how it affects individual. And
Mm-hmm.
some, it could be like the word the parent have said to them. I remember a friend was telling me, even though when the her daughter wasn't she wasn't a teenager at that time, but one day she just said that she was beating the church. I mean, no, she was smacking or talking to her, maybe in the church or somewhere. And she said, "Yes, mommy, yeah, I don't mind what you're doing to me, even though you can talk to me. After all, the auntie that we used to stay in their place, when like the child minder stuff, he used to say she's nothing, she's good for nothing, she's this, she's that." And the mother said, "Oh my days, why is she saying that?" Then she starts telling her no. So the mother starts giving the child a word of affirmation. You are good. That is not true. The auntie is not saying the right thing, is lying. This is what God say who you are. You understand? So I think that is, even me, sometimes I pray for my children. I said, every negative word that has been pronounced to them, maybe it could be their teacher. You understand? I cancel it. It might not be me, it might be even friends, even the one they said to themselves. You understand? So different things can happen. Anyway, that's a good one. Thank you, ma'am. So, how might a parent's casual words or reaction unintentionally undermine a teenage confidence?
Uh, I thought we have discussed it a bit because
Yeah, I want us to
because
put more examples.
yeah, when you say undermine a teenage confidence, that means, for example, we used to say education is not no, examination is not the true test of knowledge. Growing up, I used that language, and I got a bit of my life that day because I did I did WAEC, and the mock I had A every all my subjects. Then the real exam came, and the ones I was expecting A, they didn't release it,
Ah,
you know. And then they gave me A in a subject I didn't sit for.
wow.
Yeah. So when this talking was going on in the family, I was like, after all, after all, exam is not the true test of knowledge. I know. Why would you say something like that to your parent? I was just expressing myself. But at times, our children know what they are saying. They know what they are doing. Okay. But the way we can undermine their confidence is dwelling on the negative. it happens sometime when a result comes, academic, because I'm bringing this academic thing because that's where most of us falter
Yeah.
when it comes to children like that. And the result comes, this child has passed some, and this child has failed some.
Mm.
And we're only particular about the ones they have failed.
Mm.
And we're not celebrating the one they have passed.
Fast.
And the child will feel, oh, I didn't do well.
Oh dear.
I didn't do well. That is why this is happening. If I had done well in all of it, this will not happen. And that means a little confidence the child had, at least that at least I passed some. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is celebrating it. So another thing is maybe this child has felt hurt and he wants to withdraw a little bit. And the child is in their room for a while. Maybe it's a child that likes chatty. It's a child that likes playing. It's a child that likes eating. It's a child that likes cooking different meals, you know, small meals in the house. A teenage that, sorry, we're talking about teenage now.
Yeah.
And you notice that these things, for some time, the teenage has not been doing it. And you don't take any effort to find out. You see how you're undermining the confidence, because the child had the confidence to help cook, had the confidence to come out and ask her, Mom, how was work today? Had the confidence to say, Mom, I'm going out. But within this period, this child has been in the room. This child has not eaten. Maybe the food that, you know, that confidence, you are not seeing him being bold enough to come, Mommy, this one, I don't want to eat this one, I want to eat the other one, I want to prepare this other one. You know, teenagers, what they are. That child is not, so you are not bothered to say something is wrong somewhere. You are not bothered to say, my son, what is the problem? Or at times, like, as you know, before we started this, you saw what happened between you and your child. Because you believe that he can contribute to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You believe that. But some people don't say, what does he know? You know, what does he know? I remember my children, there was a time my little girl was to go to something in school, and I bought some outfits for her to wear. And it's sequence, and then the shoe sequence to, you know, us now.
Yeah.
And she went straight to her brother's room, because both of them were, I think he was a secondary and she was finishing primary. And he said, look at what Mommy bought for me. So that one said, no, you can't put on the two together. You can't wear a sequence top and a sequence shoe together. To us, it's fashion, is it not?
Yeah, it's fashion. Yeah.
So she came back to me, and I found out that she listens to him a lot, because he's grown past that age. He's a teenage guy, and this one is almost growing to teenage, to 13. And I listen to them a lot. I really do listen to them. He can say, hey, he called the brother's name. He said, I will not wear this. I should not wear this. I said, hey, okay, let's go and discuss. So I came downstairs with her to the room, said, tell me, what is your reason? And he explained himself. At times when they invite me to do some talking, like some speaking in some teenagers conference and stuff like that, I go to them and say, how do you want me to dress? How do you want me to appear? That helps them to build the confidence they have in themselves. So bringing them into the conversation, making them believe they have something to tell you that you can listen to, builds their confidence. Shushing them and putting them aside, what do you know? Just leave it. And then what you hear is, that's your generation now. And then saying, when I was your age, I was doing this, I was doing that. You're undermining them. I've done, I would say that, but this time I would have gone to stream 3 times in the morning before going to school, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. That's a generation now. That's a generation, exactly. So those are little mistakes that we made with the children growing up that is good to share. Yeah.
Thank you.
Share. Yeah.
Thank you. That's a good one. I remember one instance as well when I was growing up. I think we woke up that morning and we're about to have, no, we're thinking of breakfast. Okay, we just said, okay, this is what we want to have for breakfast. And before we even started cooking the breakfast, I said, what are we going to eat in the afternoon? I think it was my daddy that answered and said, is the only food that you know? And with that statement, doctor, with that statement, you know what? For 3 days, I didn't eat.
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's what we are saying. That's exactly
Exactly.
what we are saying.
So that's why we see sometimes when we do with our children, God have mercy. So 3 days I didn't eat. I was going to school and they didn't know. It was I think one day, then daddy went to the kitchen and said, why are this food? And they didn't even, when they serve their food, they just leave it there. They didn't touch it. So I think they were asking, and I think mommy now said to daddy that, is your daughter that is not eating? He said, from when? 3 days. And it's because of that one thing.
What? Yeah.
Because I said we're just about to cook their breakfast, and I was already asking, what are we going to eat for lunch? They said, you've not even finished eating all. Go and sit down. His own journey, you food in our language. They say food in the colomo, the only food you know. So it really offends me. So that's the true one, because undermining teenage confidence is not really good. And some other thing, even sometimes some parents, and I think it's common among we Black African. You see, when we see other children doing stuff, maybe let's say, for example, a child is an athlete. And maybe your one is like, okay, me, I want to be an athlete too. You say, you of all people, because your friend is I think we should allow them to just do what they enjoy doing. Do it.
Then as long as it doesn't get them into trouble.
Exactly.
As long as that is not against, as long as it's not illegal.
Yeah, as long as it's not illegal, because sometimes we don't allow children to try stuff. But anyway, parents are waking up gradually now.
They are waking up. Like myself, I didn't want my children to play game. My son, I didn't want him to play. I didn't buy any PS, anything. We didn't buy anything. But in church, they will give him, So when I devised a means, when he will play. Now, listen to this story. So when he was going to university, I said, you're not going with any of your games. No, you're not going with any of your games. Just keep them at home. You're going to university. We went to university. The next day, I phoned to check up. Mommy, I'm in the games room. So you can't control everything. You cannot control everything. I've stopped him from going to uni with his games, but I didn't stop him. I can't, you know what I mean? So these are the things I do share with people, I do share with people where I made some mistakes as a parent. But to me, I felt I was doing the best thing for my child. But what has gone beyond our own time is what you brought to uni that you use. But now, the thing is there for them to go in and use. And you know what? My son started boxing. I didn't know. We didn't know. He won 4 belts before we could know.
Wow.
And because we're not in social media, so everybody around us knew. Those of even in the church, even his cousins in Nigeria, everybody knew. We didn't know that he was. And you know his reason why? He said, we will say he shouldn't box.
Yeah, because they will beat him.
We will be scared. We wouldn't want him to box. I'm like, oh, okay. So where did you get the strength from? Because growing up, we'll go for shopping. After one shop, he will go and sit down. And then when we finish, we'll come and call him, we'll go. That strength wasn't there to do all those. But there was one time I watched him. I went to the ring to watch him. I said, yeah. That kind of thing. So allowing them to be themselves.
It's true.
To discover themselves, because if anybody in this life had ever told me that my son can be a boxer, I won't believe it. He can't even kill an ant. He's so gentle like his dad. So for you to go and start hitting people.
People.
Oh my God. So allowing them grow
what
and
they
do
want
this
to do
thing,
and
give
don't
them that
undermine.
confidence. Yeah.
I think somewhere a woman of God has mentioned that to me as well, a pastor's friend, that
Mm.
his son is a boxer anyway. So he said, mommy, I don't want you to come to my this thing, no,
Uh,
because then you'll be speaking in tongues, you'll be praying. And it's true that when your son is a boxer, how will you be allowing other opponents to be hitting your son? You'll be freezing on the chair. That what have you putting yourself into?
yeah,
Wow,
it's
that
true.
that's 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 a good one. Anyway,
Mm,
people that have that mind. So,
yeah.
what is a simple daily habit at home that can influence a teen's future's direction?
Eh, I'm a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
To start with is prayers, prayers. Be sincere to them.
Mm.
Don't do another thing and you do another thing. And let me tell you this story. As a nurse, we
Mm.
believe in things being where they're supposed to be so that you can just go grab it and attend to your patient, that something like that. So that
Mm.
attention to detail was kind of like part of my life. So at times I will go out to work. Relocating to the UK with my little children, and daddy, my husband, is a big man. We are always serving him at home. So for them to come here and start helping to wash plates, start helping to clean the house, start helping to do all those things in the UK, he has to learn it.
Mm.
So then when I come back from work, everything is scattered. Everywhere is scattered. And I think I literally turned to a nagging wife. I
Mm.
turned to a nagging mother.
Mm.
And I would shout, who kept this here? Why is this one? Why is that? It got to a point where I was like, instead of shouting that shout, I would just go straight upstairs. I won't go to the kitchen. I won't go to the sitting room so that I don't shout. But when my first daughter went to uni, and then one day I had that mind that if I can't change these people, let me just change myself. Let's anyhow I see it. And for how many years? I'm
Mm.
still, you open the drawer, you didn't close, you drank, you didn't put water, you didn't put the cup back where it's wash it and put it back. I can't continue like this. So I didn't know. There's a friend I used to visit from Nigeria. She
Mm.
stays with us when she comes. Then the next time she came, she noticed that my sister don't come small. That kind of thing. Yeah. So I said, what happened? I said, my dear, let me keep my sanity. I can't be rushing and shouting, carrying everything. No, 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 no. So my daughter that went to university came back. And I was having my pajamas day. There's something I call my pajamas day. That day, I don't go to work. I don't do anything. I just stay in my room and on my bed, maybe watch my TV, do my phone and stuff. But for a while, I've not had that my pajamas day. So this girl knocked on my door, my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, come in. He said, mommy, somebody has matured. Though. I said, this one semester you've just gone to uni. Don't you see how more matured you are now? She said, not me. I said, oh, is it the other person, the other younger girl? That one is just growing like agric fowl. He said, mommy, it's not any of us. So I said, who is then? You can imagine your daughter telling you, your child telling you, your teenage girl telling you, mommy, you are matured now. I was like, wow. Yeah, since I came back, since 3 days I came back, I've been doing those things we used to do. I used to shout up and down, shout, shout, shout.
Mm.
That you did like you didn't see them, but I know that you saw them. I know
Mm-hmm.
that you've gone to the kitchen, you didn't say anything. You just kept calm. And I said, yes, my daughter. So I'm saying this.
Mm.
It's out in the internet there. Please, women,
Mm.
daddies and mommies,
Mm-hmm.
at times tune it down. Tune it down. I know that at times you're uncomfortable. Let us not just no, I was
Mm.
those early days. I was working like 2 3 jobs.
Mm.
Then you come home, the whole house too is not the way you kept it before.
Oh dear.
You will talk now, you will shout small, but it wasn't helping.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't
They'll keep
helping.
doing it.
It was, I think everybody saw that, mommy changed. Mommy wasn't the mommy we know. And then when I came back to the mommy they know, they also noticed it. So advise yourself, mothers and fathers. Just advise myself as if I can't change the way things are in the house. Let me just change myself. And the change was just to be quiet and do what you can do and bring the tone down. Bring the tone down.
That's good. Thank you for sharing that, ma. So you won't cause yourself hypertension.
There. You shout and shout and shout every day. It's no change, not everything there. But I think they also grew and started, children are children. Yeah. They also grew.
But they too, they are growing. They're going to be an adult. And they'll be doing the same thing to the kids, isn't it? Yeah, our second to the final question. For teenagers who did not experience strong early bonds, what are the pathways to developing healthy relationship?
As teenager, most of the work will be you doing it yourself.
Do it DIY.
Yes, because you have known the good and you have known the bad. And you have seen a family that you think they bonded with their child. And that's why those children that are from good homes, please don't disappoint us when you go out there. Because your friends are looking up to you.
True.
They are trying to emulate, to do what you have been brought up with in the family, which they didn't have. Just be strong for that your friend, instead of you letting that your friend pull you over to the negative vices. So what I say they do it themselves, that they look out there for their friends who have good qualities that they will want to take. Be open to them. Be open to them and be close to, I don't know, like I had one of my children, the last of them, I think she grew up when I was calmer. Does it make sense?
Yes.
The story, if you ask my 3 children to write my story as a mother, all of them will write at least 60% of being a good mother. The other 40%, they will write it differently. So they will write it differently because they grew up seeing me at a different stage of, like I told you, that nagging and shouting in the house, and which is not good. And this one, by the time this one grew up to start doing things at home, maybe I was a bit calmer. And why I'm saying is that because herself, her own growing up, comes home every day from school with 6 or 7 of her friends.
Oh dear.
They will come home, they will eat, they will drink from the bar, and they will use the guest toilet, and they stay and they will gist. If I'm from night duty and I'm sleeping upstairs and that noise is at the, teenagers, what they are, I will come downstairs and I will do like this. I'll just do my hand like this. And they'll say, at times she will say, my mom is sleeping, that kind of thing. But if I'm off duty and they come, I come and I stay with them and I gist with them, I laugh with them, to the extent that if something happens in the school, all of them, they will call me first before calling their parents.
Wow.
Because before, when I ask why, they say, mommy, if you don't look at your phone in 1 hour, there's a problem. Because you will answer first, you will call first, So there's that bonding, that confidence that this child has grown with. But later she explained to me that she was a bit jealous. And she felt I invested energy in her friends. And I'm like, but you used to bring them home. Is it not you that bring them home? And then if something has happened in school, you'll say, tell mommy now, tell mommy. So I share with them, I talk with them. To the extent, let me tell you one, let me shock you. To the extent that she had an award and she was growing well in that thing. And then she made her friends to join. with the Yorkshire police, and the thing was good. So when they were to give them, those her friends, about three of our friends, they were to give them an award in McHugh Hotel. And I traveled from, I was doing my PhD, that I traveled from the university to join them in that thing. But I went to the toilet first to ease myself as I entered the hotel. And I saw one of the girls in the toilet. And you know the greeting, "Hey, mommy, you're welcome. Oh, I'm wearing your shoe." Just to let you know how close I was with these children. And I thought she was wearing my shoe. So they all went to the house to go together. And then she went and collected my shoe and wear. That's to tell you how close, how simple I am in my life. That my daughter's teenage friend could come to my house, go to where I keep my shoe, and take his shoe and wear, and go to the party, and go to the award they are going to. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So making them feel that free. So if I'm this free with friends, is it my own daughter that I will not be free with? Then when they grow up and go to uni, it's a different ball game. There's something I want to say. There's something they call estranged students. I came to know it as I started lecturing. And most teenagers do this. So this, when they go to that university, for them to get 100% funding from government, they kind of like made themselves estranged from parents. They will not talk to their parents. They will not phone their parents. They will not communicate, no email, no nothing, because those are the criteria to meet for a certain period of time so that government can take you over as estranged student, which is not good. But if you come from a very good background and very confident of your family, I don't think any teenager will go and do that. That's one consequence of not bonding with them.
Strange students.
Estranged. So you are kind of like cut out from your family. You don't communicate with them. So government will take them over and
give them money. Wow. Wow. Doctor, you know, this thing is coming to me before I ask the last question. What about sometime when you have a teenager at home and you're not comfortable with the kind of music they listen to? How do you deal with that?
Yeah. I don't. It depends.
All this music that cause all this music that cause violence, that cause all this, you know, a lot of people, some children listen to that kind of music. So how do you deal with that?
My dear, when it comes to music, when it comes to music, we growing up our own time. And you say you're a Christian, you don't sing any, we call it worldly music. Okay. But then you find out that the kind of Christian music we sing now, then you can't sing it in church. You can never sing it. All these you can't. You sing melodious songs that are heavenly bound. But then, children we have now, there was a day, I think one of them was singing something. And he was singing a song. I came to the person, I said, do you listen to that song very well? He said, well, he's talking about, it has Jesus in it. I said, it's not every song that has Jesus in it that is a Christian song.
That's a good idea.
One other time, I saw it, another teenager in the church, they were playing music, and it was very, my girl, I'm in love with you, my girl, I'm going to see you tonight. So I said, bros. I used to call them bros to make them, I teach 12 to, I teach 10 to 12. I said, bros, you know, some years before COVID, I said, bros, I didn't know you have a girlfriend. He said, no. I said, but the music you're playing says your girlfriend, you see him tonight. He said, it's just music, mommy. I said, no, it's not just music. Because the continuous hearing of it, that's your mind. And you want to practice. You want to see what is out there. What does it look like? So that's my own way. When I hear them or see them sing or play that kind of, I come to their level. and then we talk. But I don't have much to say about music at this generation. I'm telling you seriously, because we have confused them. We have confused this generation because they don't know the difference between Christian song and secular words or worldly song. They don't know. They can't differentiate it. So that's the confusion they are in.
How do we confuse them? Are we the ones singing the song, or the people in the world singing the song?
We have confused them. The church has become more worldly.
Okay, because
and the world has become more churches. Everybody is a Christian. Those days when you say you're a Christian, they see you, you say you're born again. You don't need to talk too much. Even if at first sight, you know what I mean. But this time around, the songs we sing in church, most of the times they take the worldly beating of the song and put Christian word and sing it. So that's where the confusion comes. So they don't know which is which. You understand what I mean? It's just like dressing. It's just like dressing. You come to the church, you don't know whether you're in the club or you're in the church. People just dress anyhow and come to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, and that's one of my concerns. This dressing, everybody dresses anyhow they like. Nothing makes meaning to anybody anymore. Even you see married women, but they dress, and you ask yourself, are you not a married woman? What are you?
That one, we don't want to go there. Yeah. Okay, my final question to you, Doctor. What one word will you give to a parent that have a rebellious child and trying all their best? They've prayed, they've fasted, and if it's somebody from the secular world, they've been to counseling and all those stuff, and the child is still the way it is. What one word will you give to such parents?
Love the child. We commit sin, we live in sin, we behave badly against God's law, but he still loves us. But what he doesn't love is the sin we commit. So love the child. When you correct that child from the angle of love, there was a time I was very hurt, very, very hurt with one thing that happened. And I called that child. I thought I was going to scold you. I said, sit down. You're my child. I have you. I bore you. I breastfed you. So nothing can change that. You're my treasure God has given me. You're my reward. You're my fruit of the womb. I will continue to love you. It has not changed anything. Now there's something I say, some women don't buy into it. I have formed my opinion about my husband. I have formed my own opinion about my children. All my children, I have my opinions about them. So there's nothing somebody from outside will come and tell me now about my child that will change my opinion. However, that thing the person is telling me could help me to look at that aspect of my child that I've not seen before. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, there's a problem my children had when they were growing up. Say, what is this thing with Nigerian people? Every time, greet. You didn't greet me well. You greeted me. You didn't greet. You know, I say it's something for us. So when somebody now, when somebody sees me and say, I saw your child, they didn't greet well. Oh. They did. Are you training them at all in our own way? I said, my dear, once you pass on the road, did they greet you? The ones that greet you, you greet them. Did they answer you? These children are contending with a lot of things in the society. They are contending with a lot of things in the culture. So if they pass you and greeted you the way they said he greeted me in his voice, you know, we will like shout, hey, auntie, how are you? Auntie, good afternoon. And the child comes, say, good afternoon. That's what they are dealing with. It doesn't mean that the child is disrespectful. So when they now come to tell you as a mother, you now take it to kill the child. You're not. There's another thing I tell my children. The whole world that I relate with, my husband relates with, they know what we can do. They know what my husband can do. They know what myself can do. They know how we can ask somebody to do something. So if you go out there, in my own time with my husband, it's not about you spoiling the family's name. That's where we get it wrong. When children do something, instead of us to sit down with them and know what was wrong, we want to say, you want to spoil the family name. You want to, nobody's spoiling my family name. Oh. Anything you do as a teenager and adult, you are showing the world who you are, not who Samchin Okerenta is. I've packaged my own brand, I've packaged my own this thing, and the world is seeing my brand. So if you go and make a fake brand to show the world, it's not my family name you're showing yourself. And children will grow with that confidence that whatever thing they do, they are doing it for themselves, for their own integrity. Not like growing up, I used to say, when they are doing something, children, I say, my parents will flog me. And they will say, are your parents here? They know that you are doing this. I said, no, I have that integrity that I've been brought up with. Whether they are there or they are not there, I know what they will like, and I want to go by what they will like. You understand what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So it's love. Love the child. Correct the child in love. Just love the child. Before I close, there's this thing I know, I don't know if I can do it myself. We went to pastor's conference and somebody was saying, we Nigerians, where we are from, when your child said, I'm getting married, I'm bringing the person home. You cook and food everywhere, you clean that, you went to make that first impression. So this guy told the parents, I'm bringing my fiancé home, blah, blah, blah. And they did that. Then they came and packed and walked into the house. And the mother was like, where is the girl now? Where is she? She was going to the door to go outside and say, why did you leave her in the car? And the son said, no, this is my wife to be. He said, how? So the man teaching us gave that example. So what will you do in that instance? These are the things the children are contending with out there. They're contending with
somebody. He didn't bring anybody, or did he bring somebody?
It's a gay relationship.
Oh. I got you now.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because the parents were expecting opposite sex.
To come out.
So what will you do if your child you have brought up come home with same-sex marriage and it's not what you believe in? Will you kill the child? No.
I've had similar thing like that before, that the lady, she was so quiet, adulthood, I mean, they call them young adults. So she graduated from university. She's a quiet lady, easygoing. She doesn't mingle with friends. And then after university, she graduated. She did very well. She started a good job. And the mommy was like, I didn't see nobody with you. What's going on? Now you finish university, you are doing a good job. We've not seen any man coming to the house, I mean, asking her in marriage. Say, okay. So they keep talking to her. They say, okay, mommy, we're going to bring somebody. And she brought this, a friend. And she said, that's her husband. So the story is the same. God have mercy.
So that's another side of it. Although we are talking about teens.
Yeah,
in our own culture, we don't look at teens getting married. Another problem is we have
some people, in my own time, doctor, when I was when we were teenagers, there was somebody before I turned 18. There was somebody that is a bit older than me that time. She got married at the age of 18, 19.
But it's not like they pressurized her.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
At her own pace.
So, but what I'm saying that our own people, we like stereotype. We have already typed out how the child should grow, go to university, graduate, get job, marry, and when that marriage is not coming, we start taunting them with it. You see, and some of them make mistake because let me just marry and let me just marry, and 2-3 years down the line, I'm done. Like divorcing, and you're saying, no, they don't divorce in our house. Why are you doing that? Her family don't do that. Forgetting that you parents pushed her. will go and get married when she was not ready.
The marriage issue, that's another one. We continue to go now. So
we will close because I have another meeting.
yeah. What do you want to talk about your book?
Oh, my darling, this one.
Yeah.
The integration companion for new arrivals to the UK. Okay, so it's like a friend in a book. It's not just a book. It's full of information. The information is out there. They are all out there, but I harnessed them, put together information about UK etiquette, chapter 1, information about how when they arrive in the UK, they can register with the GP and blah, blah, blah. Those systems, back home, you have to pay for file and this and that. So, and you can go to the hospital, but here, your GP refers you to the hospital, or you go through A&E. There's a section on social work, and that section also talked a little bit about parenting and this thing we are discussing today. Then there's a section on looking for job and keeping your job and what you can do when you're made redundant. So it will be launched on the 28th of February in 2 weeks' time. It's in Sheffield that we're doing the launch at the Doubletree Hotel by Sheffield United Stadium. So if you're in Sheffield or you're in South Yorkshire, you're in England, please come around and grab your copy. Otherwise, it might be on all those leading platforms to sell online.
That's it.
Thank you.
Are you going to put it on Amazon?
Yes, it will be on Amazon. I think so. It will be in Amazon.
That's good.
But I think it will be cheaper buying from me than in Amazon.
Okay. Anyone that wants just inbox Mama. How can they contact you to get the book?
Yeah, they can contact me through my email, hello@sesoconsultinglimited.co.uk, or they can phone 0114 438 1940.
Do you want to repeat the number again, Mom?
0114 438 1940.
Okay.
Or my mobile 077220 64194.
Wonderful. So can you give us, let's see the book again so that people can know what they're buying. What was it tied to?
Integration Companion for new arrivals to the UK. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, even those who have been here who feel that they've settled, they can still get it as a gift to somebody. Yeah. My publisher, he said that he's been here for 35 years. He has not known most of the things that in this book. And I was like, okay, you have to pay me then.
Exactly. Knowledge is power. So to our audience, please, my doctor has said it all. Let's show love to our children, to get this, to get best out of our children, our teens. Let's show love to them. Don't nag them too much, let's listen to them more than we nagging. And I think accusation as well. Don't accuse them, too much.
Sorry, darling. I know you're rounding up. One other thing I had wanted to say is to separate them in different departments. Like if a child has done something good, celebrate the child. Yes. Don't use the wrong thing the child did the other time to cover the good thing he has done this time. So that's very important.
Yes. Yeah. So very important to celebrate our children. Celebrate them, embrace them, talk good things to them. Don't talk down on them. That's another thing. I think they don't like that one. So that is that from us. And to Dr. Chini, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your time. And I'm really grateful and for the insightful knowledge you've shared today. And that is that for us now. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Bola, for having me.
You're welcome, ma'am.